umaga. Mayad nga agahon. Hope everyone is having a good day. I got a lot of response from the video I made regarding the Medicare in the Philippines. I also posted it in several groups that I belong here in the Philippines. Got a lot of response from people, some positive, some negative, but hey, that's good because it's good that there's having conversation about it. And I really like the people that said, hey, I'm going to contact my representative in the Congress and tell them to vote this bill through, because to me, that's what really matters, if you're like helping push the bill through, since now it's been introduced, it's in the hands of the House of Representatives to get started. It's like if you just do nothing, it's like it doesn't help. It helps if people push their representatives in Congress and tell them, hey, I think this is a good thing. I like that. At least the conversation is out there. At least they know that there's interest in it. I know some made comments like it's never gonna happen. It's like to me, it's like never say never. It's like I'd rather be positive and I'd rather be like why not? It's like I remember TRICARE. I'm insured with TRICARE here in the Philippines. That's why I'm able to retire here in the Philippines. Hey, HD, all right. Greetings and salutations, HD. I'm glad you're here this morning, HD. Appreciate you, my brother. You know, like I said, it's like I'm insured with TRICARE, and I know that there was fraud in the past. Some a subscriber of mine brought that up. It's never gonna happen because they messed up TRICARE in the Philippines. But you know what? With TRICARE, that a fraud with TRICARE happened 20 years ago. It was during the late 90s, early 2000, and they convicted 17 people actually with that fraud. Both hospitals, doctors, beneficiaries, TRICARE beneficiaries, in 17 were convicted of defrauding the U.S. government of $100 million back in 2008. But ever since then, TRICARE has tightened up here in the Philippines. There has not been any fraud here as far as like a big hospital here defrauding the United States government. That's why I was saying on my video, there's already a system in place, in my opinion. Again, it's like everybody's got their own opinion. Even with TRICARE, people have different opinions with TRICARE. But with our TRICARE medical insurance here in the Philippines, there's only a handful of hospitals here in the Philippines now that TRICARE allows to direct bill TRICARE. So that would be a good like a pattern or a system that Medicare can follow if Medicare implements Medicare here in the Philippines. Because the way it works, the handful of hospitals, they're the big hospitals here in the Philippines. They're like a Makati Medical Center, St. Luke's Hospital in BGC, Medical City Iloilo, Medical City Clark. Only a handful now of hospitals allow direct billing that TRICARE has certified. TRICARE has like approved them. That's why in Kalibo, we have a nice facility there, Asia Pacific Medical Center. And they are still not TRICARE certified or preferred. And they've been open for over a year now. Because TRICARE takes a long time before they put hospitals, doctors on the list of approved TRICARE providers. So Medicare would do the same thing. All they got to do now is, to me, in my opinion, all they got to do now is look at TRICARE's list and get the list from TRICARE. The list already exists. And another comment was like, I don't think it's going to happen. That's going to cause, additional personnel in the Philippines for Medicare. They're going to have the infrastructure for Medicare. Personnel, and I replied back to the individual. I told the individual, TRICARE does not have a single office in the Philippines. TRICARE for military retired personnel works here in the Philippines, and there's not a single person here in the Philippines that's an employee of TRICARE. No office, no. I can't call somebody here in Manila. There's nothing here. The person is like a call center in Singapore. And most of us that use TRICARE medical service here in the Philippines, we file our claims online. A lot of people pay upfront 100% and then get the 75% reimbursement filing online through the TRICARE portal, the TRICARE online system. That's why fraud has been, you don't hear any fraud with TRICARE now since 2005. But I know people focus on that. 20 years ago that happened, so it must happen to Medicare if it comes there. To me, that's just like more negative thinking. There's a system in place already with TRICARE. It's been working. I've been using TRICARE here in the Philippines now for 14 years. Never had an issue. Gotten all my medical care here in the Philippines. My cancer treatments, I didn't have to fly to the United States. To me, that's just an option you give people, especially the estimated 35,000 Americans in the Philippines currently collecting their social security and their hopefully Medicare benefits here in the Philippines already. Their social security is going to a Philippine bank. They estimate about 35,000 of those people already. So there's already Americans here, and more I know would want to come here if that bill gets approved. Ahmed. All right. Hello, Ahmed. Welcome to the channel. I've never seen you before in our channel. Thank you for joining the live stream. What's up, man? Luke, I'm doing good, man. This is my Morning with Ginno live stream. First thing I do in the morning, I get up, I answer messages, get started on my WhatsApp, my Messenger, comments on YouTube, and I have my morning cup of coffee. So I've been doing this while we're here in Biniwid because I have the time. So so I can communicate with our subscribers and viewers out there. Aris said hi. Hey Aris, how you doing? Glad you can join the live stream. Thank you, Aris. All right, I did list down some things I would discuss because the weather here. Actually, yesterday when I did the live stream yesterday, it was raining. People could see on my live stream yesterday. It was like you could hear the rain. But like I said yesterday, that it would get sunny, and sure enough, by noontime it was sunny. I mean, it was like sun was up. It was hot. I took our clothes to the laundry. They have a laundromat near our Airbnb here, so our laundry was done. And then today, this morning, looks like I don't see, rain clouds. If I might have rain, but looks like another sunny day. Another sunny day here, and because there's no typhoon. They were Pag-asa, our weather people here in the Philippines. They were looking at maybe naming the first typhoon in the Philippines, like a first tropical storm. Auring was going to be the name, but it didn't happen. Like anything else with the weather. And weather in the Philippines is so unpredictable. So the rain that we got yesterday came from a low pressure area, and the low pressure area is like in the Catanduanes area now, like Bicol region. So it's moving away. It's like going up. But we are getting rains in Boracay because it's the monsoon season in Boracay. White Beach, Boracay now has all the wind. I mean, it's windy in White Beach, and also the waves are strong on White Beach, but not on the back beach. The back beach is like calm as a swimming pool. I filmed it. I got a video coming up on Bolabo Beach, and also my good friend Ray. He allowed me to film that video that I just. It came out at midnight. I always schedule my videos at midnight. I'm not awake at midnight. Some people think, oh, Ginno, you're like awake at midnight? No, I'm not awake. I'm asleep already at midnight. I just schedule our videos at midnight because that seems to get the most views. That's why, I just schedule it. It comes out automatically. And that video that I shot, with my good friend Ray, his condominium at Boracay, New Coast. Man, I'm jealous, man. That condominium is awesome. I would live there in a heartbeat, man. It's so cool. And there's part 2 to that video. It's gonna come out at midnight tonight. So tomorrow your time. I think you're gonna be blown away by part 2 because Ray and I, we walked. The area, New Coast, the inside the New Coast. We walked to the beach. We had breakfast at the beach. I walked around the beach. The beach is like the cleanest beach in Boracay Island, hands down. I've never seen a more prettier beach in Boracay, private beach for New Coast residents. It's immaculate. And the beach is at least 50 yards. It's like half a football field. It seems like it's so wide. I mean, there's so much space, no crowd. And that was like, I filmed that thing at 9:30 in the morning. That's usually like the peak when people swim. And I'm like, I count less than a dozen people on the beach. I was like, oh man, I was blown away, totally blown away. It was just amazing. I think I think I did a solid to Boracay New Coast on these 2 videos. The one last night and the one coming up. I think I did him a solid. If anything, I promoted Boracay New Coast because it is amazing in there, man. Like I was telling my friend Ray, in 3 years when I get my Social Security, I might be his neighbor over there. You might have to Dazzle might have to hold me down, or from moving to Boracay New Coast, man. I fell in love, man. And I knew that when I first saw Boracay New Coast 5-6 years ago. There was only one condo built at the time. They were still building the rest, and the infrastructure, man, it was not like the way it is now. You will see on the next video. Blown away. Restaurant, shops, 7-Eleven. I mean, they even have a Wolfgang steakhouse. Come on now. Well, that's the only steakhouse that I know in Aklan Province. We do not have a steakhouse in Aklan Province, and you have it walking distance from Boracay New Coast, his condo. He's like walking distance. It's like a 10-minute walk to the beach. I mean, come on, man. That was just amazing. Edgar, hello, Edgar, hello. I was sharing an old video of yours to a friend. Oh, thank you, Edgar. Appreciate that. I so appreciate it when people share our videos, helping our channel. It's like just amazing people. I know amazing people in our channel. HD, man. I mean, I can't even ask my brother HD for anything more, man. He's just such a good guy, such a blessing to our channel, to Dazzle, Ian, and I. Definitely gonna buy HD dinner, at least dinner someday if he makes it here to the Philippines. It will rain the afternoon. It's often, yes, and that's the thing, HD. Here in Boracay, once rainy season starts, that's the way and I knew that coming here this whole month of June. I knew it's a rain and shine. It's kind of like the weather in Florida. That would be the perfect example of Boracay Island during rainy season, July to December. It could rain, heck, it could rain and sunshine at the same time. I have walked with my umbrella in the sun beaming at me, and it's like raining. And this is the weirdest thing, but it happens here. It's like, that's why I say when people come here, they always ask me, what's the best time? Of course, if you come here during the summer, you're going to get more sunshine. But if you come here during what they call here the off season, if you come here July to December, expect some rain. Just like me. Des and I, we brought our jacket, we have umbrellas. Like yesterday afternoon, we went to our friend's house. We went to his house. We played Uno. We went to like the Black Attic Cafe on Bulabog Beach. Amazing, amazing cafe. Highly recommend the cafe. Nice owner, nice owner, and then good food, good food. I had like best Vietnamese spring roll, not the fried one. What else did we have there? Chicken satay. The chicken satay was amazing. Just good food. I had a latte. Dazzle had a cocktail. She had like a amaretto sour. So it was just a good time, good time. And then my friend, we played Uno. We played Uno, and we were just having a great time at the cafe. But the weather here is just like that. It'll rain, it'll be sunshine. Rain never bothered me. It's like, to me, it's like, it's just water. It's like, just bring an umbrella, just bring a raincoat, and when it stops, you're good again. It's like, I much prefer rain than snow. I'm not a fan of snow. I don't mind visiting snow. I have snowboarded before, but not a fan of snow. Like where you have to shovel snow, you have to scrape it on your window, wear all layers of clothes, and then take off your clothes when you go inside. It's just too much work. For me, living in the snow. That's why I'm in a tropical island. That's why I decided the Philippines and tropical island, because I just love the weather here. It will stop at night and start raining again 2 a.m. till about 11 p.m. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, HD, off and on. It's not a problem. I mean, people are still out on the beach, swimming on the beach in the rain. Yesterday, like we were at Seven Stones in Bulabog. That's where our friend Gray is staying, and there's people. I mean, this is on a downpour, and people were swimming in the swimming pool. It's like I'm like looking. I was like, is there lightning? It's like these people are like swimming in the swimming pool, but it does not stop people here from having fun, even when it rains. I wish I filmed it. I think I'll try to do that next time. If it's raining outside, I'll film it and I'll show you. People are still swimming on the beach, swimming on swimming pools. It does not stop. The rain doesn't stop people from having fun in Boracay. Ooh, man, that's complicated there. For Zeke and Zorro, I do not speak Spanish, man. So that's a little tough for me, man, without the translation. And Ray, hey, Ray, my good friend Danny. All right. Hello. Good morning. Having my coffee here. Not my French vanilla brewed coffee at 7-Eleven. This is the Copico Blanca. Man, I'm not sponsored by them. I just like this. I just like this 3-in-1. This is my favorite 3-in-1. Wish they sponsor me, man. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, my good friend Daniel from Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, good morning, Daniel. Oh, this morning I was just gonna share this, man. A friend of mine, we haven't met in person, just like of subscribers. I do get close to people because the communication, the WhatsApp. His name's Jerry. Me and him, at least for the last year, we've been communicating. Really nice guy. It's like I know Jerry will be a friend. When I finally, he's already a friend, but when I finally meet him, because he's moving to the Philippines the first day of July, so not very long now, and I got to talk to him more because he was kind of looking at Cebu City for his landing spot and maybe staying in Cebu City. And I'm kind of like, I told Jerry, I just messaged him really quick back, and I was like, because he was looking at a condo. It was looking at condo in Cebu City, and I was, if I was in his situation and I'm gonna talk to him, Cebu City probably won't be my choice. Just because to me, Cebu City is almost like a mini Manila. It's just congested. Traffic is horrible. It's like it's not like I mean, you get like a little bubble there, like at IT Park. But if you start getting, traveling around the city, it's expensive to travel around the city on Grab or taxi. You get stuck on traffic. I was gonna tell him, man, probably Iloilo City would be my recommendation. But I'll talk to him some more. And then he saw my video on Boracay, and he's like, man, I'm kind of interested in Boracay. And I was telling him, man, since he's coming to the Philippines, solo, he's single, man, I would be in Boracay too, brother. I was like, so I gotta talk to my friend Jerry. Maybe I can convince him to move to Boracay or Iloilo City instead of Cebu City. Balikbayan guy, good morning, my friend. Thanks for the awesome Nukos video. Man, it's like that's why I put part two in there because there was like too long of a video. If I combine it, if I combine it, it would have lasted over 40 minutes. And I know many people won't sit through 40 minutes of video. That's why I said part one and then part two. Man, when you see part two, it's gonna blow you away. It's gonna blow you away. And I know it's like even me, it's like after I edited it, I was like going, I need to be moving into the Boracay Nukos, man. It's just an amazing place. Amazing place. And the thing is, here in Boracay, if you live at Boracay Nukos, most people don't have transportation here because you're not allowed to bring private car here. It's actually difficult to get a motorbike here. You got to get a permit. There's actually a permit put on your motorbike. Very strict, very limited amount of motorbike. But see what's nice about Boracay Nukos, if you notice on the video, they got those buses, the hop on, hop off bus, I don't know how much it costs, but I'm sure it can't be much. But like, they travel through Boracay Nukos. They're on a schedule, and I saw a bunch of them. At least seemed like every 20, 30 minutes there's like a bus. So you don't even need a vehicle. You can just like move around the island. So that's really nice. That's like that would help because Boracay Nukos is a little away from D Mall. Like you saw in the video, I was on the Hubble Hubble. From here, it was I think 2.5 kilometers. So and then from D Mall, that's probably how far it is, 2.5 or maybe 3 kilometers. So it's not close and a lot of uphills. So I mean, my friend Ray walks it. I mean, it's good for his health that he's walking it. But there's buses. There's buses to transport people there. So, Red Fred, hey, Red Fred, hey, my brother, hey, hello. Lots of great info of your area. All right, thank you. God bless you, brother. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm glad I'm pushing out good information out there. It's like I'm glad that that's the goal of our channel. That I'm always trying to at least be of value. It's like I just don't want to film stuff that that doesn't have any value. And I'm glad, Rev Fred. Thank you for the kind words. Hey, Sam Gloves, he's back. Sam Glove is back, man. The glove guy. I think you're the glove guy, man. For Second Zoro, estás son Filipinas. Oh, thank you, HD. My Spanish interpreter there. All right. Ginno, kamusta? How are you doing? Mabuti ako, kaibigan. Mabuti ako. Last night, like I said, we went to Bulabog Beach. Went to Seven Stones. That's where my friend is staying. He's ready. He's close to leaving, I think. He's headed to BGC next. We ate at the Black Attic. I've never even heard of that place, but it's really nice. I mean, they have developed Bulabog Beach, the Esplanade there. I think I'm gonna do a video on, I did a video real quick because somebody asked me, can I film Bulabog? But I only showed the beach. I only showed in front of Seven Stones, and by that sign it says I heart Boracay. I filmed a little bit there. But I think I'm gonna do another Bulabog Beach video where I'm gonna walk the Esplanade from one end to the other. So you can see like the different shops, what's out there, the kite surfing school, the scuba school, restaurants. amazing new hotel, like resort there. I didn't even know it existed. I was like blown away when my friend took me there to a aqua resort. I mean, I didn't know when they built that thing because I've never seen that there before. They must have built it during the pandemic. It's like last night when we were walking past it, they were having a pool party, that foam party where they throw foam on top of the pool, and it was raining. It was raining, and they were having a pool party with foam on it. And their pool is like you got ocean view. It's like right at the entrance almost of Aqua beachside, and you can see the ocean while you're swimming. They were having a party going on. I didn't film it because I didn't have my GoPro with me. And when I hang out with my friends, I try not to film. I try not to because that's hanging out with friends. I don't want them to feel like, hey, you can't drop your camera or for a little bit. It's like when I hang out with friends, that's why when you meet me in person, I'm not gonna be filming you, unless you tell me like Ray, that was specifically to film his condo. But if I'm hanging out with Ray at a restaurant or somewhere, I'm not gonna film him. I'm not gonna film our conversations and stuff. That's private time, between friends. I love hearing good morning. Okay, good morning to everyone. Hi, HD, Balikbayan guy. All right. I gotta move on. Okay, I skipped. I'm sorry. So kumusta? And Sir Sergeant USA. Ginno is our Filipina. And a better, new and better world. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the kind words. I am, that's what I want. That's my goal. It's like to share to you the Philippines, to share to you Panay Island. Man, I just think, Panay Island just got so much to offer. It's like between the four provinces here, Aklan Province, Antique Province, Capiz Province, and Iloilo Province. To me, I mean, we got everything in Panay Island. The four provinces are amazing, man. It's like if you come here and retire at Panay Island, man, you're gonna have fun here. It's like, and many have come here. Many have moved to Iloilo City. They like that more city life. James moved to Balete, Aklan, more provincial life, farming, raising chickens, raising geese. Check out their channel, James and Karen's Adventures. Love their channel. Very humble people, down to earth. Please check out their channel, James and Karen Adventures. And Mike and Kat, that Philippines life in Rojas Silky. We're going there on June 21st for the Canadian Beavers 1 year anniversary. Dazzle and I we're gonna go there for one night, then come back here to Boracay. Just people have found good lives here in Panay Island. There's a different life, island style living, laid back style of living. It's like not the stressful life in the Western world, because a lot of people watch your channel because like I know the Western life is just has gotten so stressful. It's our videos. I know it's like I always get comments, man, your videos are like a getaway from the hustle bustle, the grind of life in the Western world. And that's what I'm gonna keep doing, man. I'm just gonna keep doing, showing you guys that there's life outside of that, outside of that stress. For me, I found a simpler life here in Panay Island, here in Boracay, my first 18 months here, 14 years ago. I came here in 2011. I've been here for 14 years, and the best decision of my life. I moved here when I was 45 years old, August 1st, about a month and a half, I'll be 59. So I'm getting close to like my Social Security age, so I can collect Social Security from the United States. But I strictly live on my military pension. That's all I get. I don't have any other income. Besides YouTube now, it's like a nice. I mean, we're not making a ton of money on YouTube. It's like low, low income, but it's a nice. It's nice to like. I'm able to treat Dazzle. I'm able to treat Leanna. Because now, Leanna moved in with us 2 years ago, and now Mom lives with us. So now there's four of us. There's four of us that have to live in one house. So that increases the budget a little bit. But the YouTube definitely helps. With our budget here. But like yesterday, somebody mentioned I'm e-begging. I'm not e-begging. I never ask for any money. The people I help on YouTube, I never ask for money. I don't charge. Man, we can video chat, get what's up. I'll video chat with you, ask me questions. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's been here like a year and all of a sudden they're got a $50 consultation fee. I'm like, dude, what did you learn in 1 year here in the Philippines? But hey, more power to them. I'm not like ragging them or anything, but man, it takes more than 1 year to understand life here in the Philippines. I think even me, I've been here 14 years and I'm still learning, and that's why I like communicating with people. I like Jerry when he gets here in July, Ruben when he came in January. The new people coming in because they're helping me with our channel because they're giving me like fresh data because things change here. Every it's like a constant change here in the Philippines. Nothing is the same. Ooh, the light, automatic lights here. So don't get scared. I was gonna mention that we have had like a power outages here in our since my stay here. We've been here now. I think we're in day 9 now here in Boracay. On the 9 days that we've been here, we've had like maybe four electricity power outages already. They don't last though. Most of the power outages, I would say the 3 power outages less than 1 hour, and then 1 power outage close to 2 hours. But they're not long. I don't know what causes it. But here in Boracay, but there has been 4 in like the 9 days that I've been here. So maybe if you move to Boracay Island, those power stations that I keep plugging, like Blue Yeti, Jackery, like a battery size power station, that will at least keep your internet going. Like the internet here in the Airbnb, it must run on a power station. I'll have to ask Rosalie, the owner here, because the power went out, but my Wi-Fi was still working. So I'm thinking she has a power station too. So even during the power outage, I still have internet, and it's good internet as you can see. But but it's early. It's like not. That's why I start the live stream early. That's why it's only 5:46 a.m. here right now. I start the live stream early because later on around 7, more people wake up. This is an Airbnb and be using that Wi-Fi, and then that's what that might cut this live stream. That's why at least I started early. We're in like the 33-minute marks, or we're at least getting the live stream in. Good morning, everyone. Balikbayan guy. Good morning, everyone. Hi, HD. All right, Rev Red. I love hearing about the food in the Philippines. It gets me ready for living there. All right. If you're like willing, if you're adventurous, Rev Fred, if you've had Filipino food before, or you're willing to try to eat Filipino food, then you're that will add to your fun. That will add to like liking the Philippines, because I do understand there's people that come here. I know people that come here and don't eat Filipino food. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's why they got Western food here. That's why they got McDonald's here, Dunkin' Donuts. Now Kenny Rogers Roasters. That's why a lot of people go to BGC, because all the American stuff are there, like Texas Roadhouse Grill, TGIF, like everything's in BGC, all the American food stuff. That's why a lot of people go there. But I think you're missing out though if you don't try Filipino food, because Filipino food is good, man. It's like, coming from a Filipino, of course, I love Filipino food, but, it's just not well known. Filipino food is just, like chicken adobo, pork adobo, pancit, lumpia, our little egg rolls. Man, those are good starter. Good starter. Like if you're, first time eating Filipino food, try pancit. It's like that thin noodle, different type of noodles. It's like rice noodle, the bihon or canton, and it's got vegetables in it, and it'll have like shrimp and chicken or pork in it. That's a good starter. Pancit is always a good starter, and the egg roll. Most people eat egg roll. So it's like those are good to get you going into Filipino food. I know some Filipino food you're going like, ooh, that looks scary. But start something, ease in. Hey, eat Jollibee. Jollibee's got palabok. Palabok is another noodle dish, like rice noodle, kind of like vermicelli, kind of like really thin. It's got like a peanut sauce on it. It's got like they'll crush chicharron on it to give it a little crunch. Like I said, Jollibee's got palabok. Try that. That's usually a hit with most people. Most people is like, oh, this is not bad. When the first time they eat palabok. Hello again, Balikbayan guy. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Language of the soul. Hello, Ginno. Just want to ask, how much budget do I have to bring my family for vacation at Boracay? Oh, okay. Great question. Like, let's say it's a family of 4. Now, it depends on you. It's like, because the range of hotels, more likely you would probably stay at a hotel or Airbnb. Boracay Nucos has Airbnb too. It's not just condos. A lot of people I notice at Boracay Nucos, they buy the condo and they turn it into Airbnb. Like I know a friend of mine in my neighborhood. He went just a few weeks ago with his partner and 2 daughters, and they were there for like a few days at Boracay Nucos. They stayed at I gotta check with him, but I would say probably not more than 2,000 pesos or 2,500 pesos a night. Maybe $40 a night for Airbnb at Boracay Nucos to have that private beach and all that. So I'll have to check though. I'll have to double check. But really, it's what kind of standard do you want, for your family? Because man, you can spend a lot of money here in Boracay if you stay like at the Henan. The Henan Hotel, they'll have a room with like 2 beds or even separate 2 bedrooms. Man, you can get up to like 10,000 pesos a night, $180 a night. But there are budget hotels. We have stayed, I have a video on Piccolo Hotel. We have stayed there with Leanna before. It has a queen bed and had a bed for Leanna. And that cost us around 2,500, I think, about $40 a night. So it just depends. And then how many days are you gonna stay? Most people, when they come here, they usually stay 3 nights and 4 days. You can get a lot done in 4 days to 3 nights. Of course, depending on what time you arrive and what time your departure, that kind of kills like your date of arrival and date of departure. So usually it gives you like 2 full days here in Boracay. But you can do enough on those 2 days. You can do the island hopping. You can, I recommend the parao sailing at sunset. That's always good. But again, you have to check on the weather. You have to check. Like if you go to Boracay and from now, like especially July to December, anytime on that months, we can get hit by the Philippines can get hit by tropical storms. So you might end up coming here and it's all rain that you see here. It's best to come here during the summer months. That way you're guaranteed sunshine. Because that's what people want when they go to Boracay. They go to the beach, lay out in the sun, swim in the ocean while it's warm. So usually that would be like March for sure, March, April, May. Those 3 months. Hardly any rain, almost like drought conditions during those months. It gets so hot here in our province of Aklan. So that would be the months that I would shoot for. That way you're guaranteed sunshine. But if you don't mind a little bit of rain, a little bit of sun, like now we're here, June. It's like a mix. If you don't mind a little bit of rain, that, and you'll probably get cheaper because anytime it's July to December, it's off season. All the Airbnb, all the rentals here, if you want to rent a whole month or even hotels, they drop their prices. Summertime, it's like they raise prices. It's hard to budget just because I don't know what you guys are looking for when you get to Boracay. I mean, if you hang out at White Beach, pricey. The restaurants are pricey. Almost like BGC type of prices on White Beach, because White Beach to me, White Beach Boracay is kind of like our Waikiki. I compare it to Waikiki in Honolulu. It's like where the tourists go. You got all the food there. Italian, Indian, Thai food, delis. Some big submarine sandwiches. Pastrami. I mean, everything is on White Beach. But you pay the price. Because it's a tourist destination. Lots of tourists. But there's plenty to eat if you're on a budget, because there's also Kentucky Fried Chicken, there's McDonald's, there's Jollibee, there's Mang Inasal. I mean, plenty on Front Beach, on that on White Beach. If you're watching the budget, so maybe you can contact me offline, like on our videos. I have on all our videos my contact information in the description box of all our videos. You can contact me offline, and then we can discuss more, so I would know better what you're looking for, because everybody's always looking is for rentals, for vacation. Everybody has a different view on how they look at things. So it's better if I can do a one-to-one with you. That way I can help you out more better. I can help you out better. Hi all. Can we all show our brothers some love by like? All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Rep Fred. Appreciate you, my friend. JP, all right. Good morning, JP. Dazzle, of course, is still sleeping yet. It's really early. This is like not even 6 a.m. This is really early for Dazzle. She won't wake up till later. And we actually stayed up late last night. Because we played Uno, we had dinner, and then my friend, we actually went to a club last time. Man, I haven't been in a club. The last time I was in a club here in Boracay is like 9 years ago, 2016. We went to Summer Place last night, and I even danced a little bit, but we didn't stay too late, because we're old. I'm old people. My friend's a old person, So I think we left the club like at 9:15. I remember when I first got to Boracay in 2011, man. I was 45. I was pretty young back then. I was like 9:15. I'm still at home getting ready. I don't hit the club back in the day. I wouldn't hit the club till like 10:30, 11. I was telling my friend that 9:15. The clubs here, they're still kind of mild. It's not banging yet. But like usually, if you want to go club here, there's two good clubs here. Summer Place, I highly recommend Summer Place, and then Club Parao is another iconic. Those two clubs here, they've been around here since 14 years ago. They were open already, and then they have new ones, of course, like the Om Bars, new. There's new clubs like DJ clubs where you can go dancing and stuff like that, and that's attraction still for many people that come to Boracay. It's the nightlife. The nightlife is pretty good. Glad you made it. All right, HC, thank you. JP is always in. JP is like he's a regular. Thank you, JP. Appreciate it, my brother. My first summer in Germany was pure heaven. Went from the high 40s, hot and humid, to me. All right, then. I never made it to Germany. That wasn't one of the military assignments that I got assigned. Most of my military career, half of it was spent in the United States and then half of it in the Pacific. I never made it to, I never had an assignment in Europe. As I always wanted to be close to the Philippines, so I always took military assignments in the Pacific region so I can be close to the Philippines. Jumpy, I want to visit Cebu, but I would never want to live there. I agree, man. I visited, like that, like anybody else. I visited Cebu, not a place that I would recommend to retire. I'm not bragging on Cebu City now because it's different. Like my good friend Robbie, he lives in Boal, Cebu. The province area of Cebu. I like. It's almost like similar to Aklan province, but Cebu City to me is just like a mini Manila. It's like too crowded, traffic. Not the cleanest city. Not compared to Iloilo City, man. Iloilo City is like manicured, clean. Cebu City, it's like they don't handle the trash situation. And then even my good friend Robbie, he landed in Cebu City and he stayed a couple of months there. He rented an apartment. Even Robbie told me he didn't feel safe. I mean, Robbie's a big dude. Robbie's like was in the army. And he lived out in the jungle in the army and all that. And he's a big dude, and he didn't feel safe in Cebu City to walk at night. He said he just didn't feel comfortable. And that's why. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Cebu City. I visited. It's like, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone wanting to retire. To visit is fine, but not to be like your permanent housing in the Philippines. Cebu sounds like it's got the best airport to fly into and then fly out onto Iloilo City, Boracay. Yes. I mean, Mactan Airport is amazing. I mean, it's a big airport. They fly all. That's the thing with Cebu, Manila and Cebu. Those are the two jumping points here in the Philippines. Coming from international, you'll either land in Manila or Cebu. Some at Clark, not many, but majority of flights still land in Manila, and then a few in Cebu, international flights, and then it's got a lot of domestic flights. But I always recommend Iloilo City because Iloilo City is just a better managed city, less traffic. You can walk at night. I've never felt unsafe walking at night in Iloilo City. And then now the airport in Iloilo City, man, there's direct flights now to Bohol, direct flights to Bicol, direct flights to Dumaguete. And they're adding international flights to Iloilo City, direct to Thailand, direct to Singapore, direct to Taiwan, just a lot of development. Iloilo City is booming, but it's well planned. The city is well planned, because the streets are wide, like on the diversion road that they built. It's like 6 lanes on both sides. It's like it was just well planned, managed great by the mayor. I mean, they even have like their garbage trucks are the same garbage trucks in the U.S. The one that like picks up the thing automatic, dumps the trash. I've never seen it in the Philippines, but in Iloilo, they really do a good job. That's why I always try to push people through Iloilo City. And then again, I'm not indoors. I'm not, I just think they're a better city. It's a better managed city, smaller than Cebu City. It's like don't have the congestion. HD, language of the soul. It depends on what you want to do in Boracay, how long the stay, etc. You can spend up as much. as if you're splurging. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, HD. When that question. I mean, it's a good question, but it just depends on the person. It's like Dazzle and I, we're staying here in Boracay Island, but I mean, I feel like we're splurging already, but we're not. This Airbnb costs $350 for the whole month for 30 days. To me, that's like a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal on the Airbnb. Tim Arnett, good morning. That was a good video. I will watch part two. All right, Tim. I think you're gonna love part two, man. Part two, Ray and I, from his condo, we walked. We walked to like the 7-Eleven. We walked to like the complex that they're building there, where all the restaurants and shops are, and it goes downhill to the beach. And then the beach is like, man, the beach is spectacular, man. There is not a better beach in Boracay Island than that beach that I saw. And one guy, he was on that beach. I think he stayed before, and he said it was windy. But this time of the year, it wasn't windy at all. I mean, you'll see on the video. I mean, the water was like crystal clear, and it's like a swimming pool, and it's just like massive space. I was like filming. I was like turning around like that. I was like, man, this is like spectacular, man. JP, thanks. It's an honor to be. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, appreciate the kind word, JP, about our group. And that's the thing, and HD has a lot to do with that, because he HD is the moderator of our group, and he like inappropriate comments and things like that, he's able to speed along. But most of our viewers, most of our subscribers, are really friendly, really positive. But in YouTube world now, and social media, even on Facebook, you're always gonna get people that are negative. But that's just, it's like, and I'm used to it. It's like, I just like, I ignore the negativity and I focus on the positivity. Is the way I handle it. Jan, hello, Jan, hello, Jan. Gino, have you tried using your GoPro on underwater diving activity? I've seen full helmet diving mass tour. I'd recommend scheduling one for Saturday of next week if you. Um, I'm afraid, HD, because man, GoPro's not. I know it goes underwater and all that, but man, I'm nervous to like take the GoPro underwater. My handle on my GoPro, actually, it helps it float. So if I drop, and it straps on my hand, so if I drop it, it'll float the GoPro. And people always tell me that, yeah, it's waterproof. It's gonna be all right. But man, I'm nervous, man, because we're a low budget channel. I hate to like something happen to the GoPro and I have to buy another one. And right now, it's like and I've done the helmet diving before, a way back. I've done it. So I know I could do it. It's not like snorkeling. Like right now, I can't snorkel. I know, because my lungs haven't fully recovered. That's why I'm still trying to build endurance. I get tired easy. From my treatment. So, and I did try one time to like dive underwater, hold my breath. I can't hold my breath like I used to. Man, I used to be a good swimmer. I snorkel all the time, and I'm still working on it. I'm not the same anymore after the radiation and the chemo treatments. It damaged my body. I know, and I have limitations now, so I'm careful now. Like a helmet diving activity, even though I know it's the helmet, you just walk, it's like maybe not a good thing for me to do, just because I don't want to take any chances, because of something, my ears or something, or it's just, for me, I play it safe now. Even with like mountain biking, I gave up mountain biking like 4 years ago, because I'm intact. I've never had surgery or anything like that, so I have no injuries on my legs. So I'm still able to walk really good, jog. So I'm kind of more careful now. I'm not a young man anymore, man. I'm getting up there. I'll be 59 soon. That big 60 is next after this birthday. But I did. I mean, helmet diving's awesome. It's like I did it. I actually have pictures where I had the helmet. Playing with fish and all that. So I've done it. I've done it before. And I've actually scuba dived back in the U.S. at Catalina Island in California. I've scuba before. So, but like some of the things I've just learned. It's like I've accepted things that I can't do anymore. I think that's just part of aging. We just have to like accept limitation. Some of our limitations now. You have completely changed my thoughts. Daniel, all right, ideal. Of where I want to live by showing us awesome area that got little attention. Oh, thank you, Daniel. I'm glad. Because like you said, Daniel, there's places in the Philippines, that doesn't get the attention. People, I think most people see a lot of Dumaguete videos, and I've been to Dumaguete. Dumaguete is nice. It's like that's a good destination in my opinion. You see a lot of videos on Angeles City, Subic area, Panay Island. We just don't get a lot, before, but I think more now. James and Karen's adventures here now, so they're filming their adventures in Aklan and in Panay Island, and then that Philippines life. They're in Rojas City, so people are discovering Rojas City. So. And now, hopefully, people are learning about Boracay, Calibo, Aklan Province. So, I'm glad I'm part of that. I'm glad I'm part of like showing people what other parts that they've never seen before here in the Philippines. Edgar, all right. Hey, Mustang, all right. My good friend, my old mucker in Canada. My good friend, David, hey, Ginno. Emily drinks the same coffee. Oh, all right, man. She drinks the same thing. I knew Emily was cool, man. No, I knew she was cool, man. All right, Emily. We drink the same coffee. All right. It's delicious, man. It's like for like a cheap packet. I mean, you can buy this packet for like 8 pesos, I think 8 or 9 pesos for a little packet. It's got a lot of cream, a lot of like a creamy, milky taste. That's why I like it. Yeah, that's why I like it. Gino, those are just trolls trying to say that. I know, HD. Like I said, HD. I've learned to like, since I'm a YouTuber, that's why if you notice, I try to screen Dazzle and Leanna from it. I try to just absorb it now because, Dazzle, she's pretty sensitive. Dazzle's pretty sensitive. And if somebody trolls like that, says a bad comment about her, it hurts her feelings. That's why I try not to include Dazzle anymore, like even on the live stream, because, she's sensitive. She's a sensitive Filipina, and I don't want to expose her to that. Me, man, I'm 20 years military, man. You can't throw anything at me that would hurt my feelings, man. I had a drill sergeant, right? We had drill sergeants yelling at us. I had supervisors that used to like cuss me out in front of people. So nothing in YouTube can hurt me. It's just words. I mean, it's not like they can hurt me physically. So don't bother me at all. I've learned to tune out the noise. But I'm thankful you're here, HD, because that you at least our subscribers, our viewers don't have to like read some of the nasty stuff, like vulgar stuff that people be posting. Exactly, right? I mean, you can't tell that in front of me if you're in front of me, but because, they're like, clicking the computer or that phone, man, they're brave to say stuff like that. But it's all good. I'm not mad at them. Hey, I'm praying for them that they find peace in their life because that cannot be a peaceful life. When all you do all day is troll people and say negative things. To me, that's not a fun life. That's not a fun life. Do you think In-N-Out Burger will come to the Philippines? I wish, man. I wish. Man, In-N-Out Burger is like one of my favorite. If it comes to the Philippines, it would not surprise me if it comes to the Philippines. But if it does come to the Philippines, it would be in BGC. Because all your American franchises, their BGC is like, they know if they bring it there, they're going to make money. Because the people that live in BGC, I know basically they want to replicate their life in the America, all the luxuries in America, all the conveniences in BGC. They want to to me, BGC is kind of like a mini Los Angeles. It's kind of like walking in Beverly Hills or something. It's like the rich people place. Even here in the Philippines, you can't go to BGC on a low budget. You're not gonna last there on a low budget. Not my budget. I cannot afford to live in BGC. That would just be like me retiring in the U.S. on a military pension. I couldn't afford the United States on a military pension alone. Same thing here. If I lived in BGC, I couldn't afford that lifestyle on my military pension alone. Really, really good. I know, right? It's a simple burger. I mean, the In-N-Out burger. You got the lettuce, tomato, and onion. I mean, I like animal style. That way, you got to tell them animal style on the In-N-Out burger. But man, it's just a simple burger, but it's so delicious. Looks so fresh. That's why I like In-N-Out burger. Emily made Filipino spaghetti for dinner. It's masarap. All right. So you got that Filipino sauce, the sweet sauce. That's like when they say Filipino spaghetti, it means it's sweet. It's got some sugar or something in it that makes it sweet. Most of the time when Dazzle and I attend parties, kids' birthday parties, it's usually like sweet Filipino spaghetti. Filipinos, they're not into like the tomato-based marinara. They'll eat it here, but if it's not a hit. Mostly like it's more Western palate. That likes the tomato-based marinara sauce, like I do, man. I love that. Put some Parmesan cheese on it. Fresh Parmesan. But that's not a Filipino taste. Because like I had Dazzle try it and Leanna try it. I mean, they gave me the face like, what's wrong with this spaghetti? They gave me the face. I was trying to introduce them to like American style spaghetti, and they were going like, Kuya, there's something wrong. And then they put the strange dish, I cooked it right. They put condensed milk on it to sweeten it. And I was like, oh no, you're putting condensed milk in my marinara sauce. But I never made it again. I switched like you, David. I switched to the Filipino because that's what Dazzle and Liana eat. They eat the spaghetti with like hot dogs in it. It's like so I eat that now. It's like even when we go to Jollibee, I'll eat the spaghetti with hot dog in it. It's like I never had that before. I like my spaghetti bolognese. The meat, the ground meat on it, but. Now I'm eating sweet spaghetti with a hot dog because hey, that's what Leanna and Dazzle likes. But like I said, it's masarap. I've learned to adjust my palate. I've learned to at first I was like, it's just okay, but now it's not bad. Now it's like, it's pretty good. It's like the more you eat it, the more you eat it. Balikbayan ka. I use portable Anchor Solix 1 kilowatt as a backup for TV internet. Yeah. Works great. Yes. I do the same thing. I have the little Blue Yeti that I purchased here in the Philippines. I purchased that Blue Yeti. It's like a size of a car battery. I think I've had that now for 6 years. I mean, it's still going strong. Nothing wrong with it. So I'm glad. And at the time, 6 years ago, I paid like 19,000 pesos for it, over $300. But I just saw the same thing, upgraded one in Lazada. Lazada is kind of like our Amazon. Lazada is like, you can order anything at Lazada. That's where I order like stuff like that. And I saw one better model than mine, more power. And it's only 15,000 now. So it's even gone drop in prices. You can even get like the solar panel for it. I never bought the solar panel because it works when we had like long power outage. We've only had, the last one we had was like 2019. What was that? Typhoon Ursula. It knocked down some power lines in Numancia where we live. Like it fell, and the power lines fell on the street. There's like long wires hanging on the street, and it took them like a week to get power back in Numancia. So I had that Blue Yeti, so of course, I don't have the power, but I could charge it in my car. So it's like I can plug it in my car, drive to Calibo, New Washington. By the time we came back, it was good again, and it lasted 1 or 2 days. Just running internet and charging our phones and the little fan. So it's worked. I've never had to buy the solar panels, but I did check. I did check the solar panels now for my Blue Yeti. If I got one, it's like 9,000 pesos now. Even that dropped in price. So maybe eventually I'll buy the solar panels for it. But it's great, man. It's great. Like you said, balikbayan. I never lose internet. I always have internet in the house. Even when I do the live stream at home, when I'm doing the live stream before I start it on my phone, I hook up our internet to it. That way I don't lose that way I don't lose internet. There is the difference between asking and showing gratitude when you're blessed with it. You are good about saying things oh yes, yes, everything is a blessing for us. YouTube has been a blessing for us because we've met so many good people. When I moved here 14 years ago, I didn't have this many friends. Now I can truly say I have more friends now because of YouTube, because I have met so many genuine people. That I communicate daily, that I check on them. It's like, hey, what's up, bro? How you do? It's like there's a lot of good people out there, because it's just hard sometimes, I know, like, to befriend people, to get that trust going. But for my experience in YouTube, there's just a lot of kind people out there still. It's like I'm glad we I would have never met my good friend Gray. He's like one of my best friends now is Gray. There's even Stevie. I haven't even met Stevie. He's in Washington State. I haven't met him in person, but I feel like he's one of my guys now, like my brother. It's like, because I build connections with people. I open up, I talk about my life, what happened to me. We all have our journey in life. Life is not easy. I've had hard times in my life too, but I've found like a second chance in life here in the Philippines. I've found an easier life. That's how I can word it. When I moved here 14 years ago, I lived in Tucson, Arizona. I lived in that America life where, you gotta hustle, you gotta make that money. I already had a pension, but I had a full-time job. I was like, hustling. It's like, because I thought that was like, the way you're supposed to when you're in the US. You're supposed to have a nice car. You're supposed to have a nice house. You're supposed to have a lot of toys, a lot of gadgets. But I just found a simpler life in the Philippines. A more minimalistic lifestyle, in a less stressful life. And I know it's not for everyone. Some people, and I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at people that want that lifestyle. But for me, it's hard to maintain all those material things. It's what I've learned. The less I have, the less stress I have. That's one thing. For me anyway. It might not be for some people. It might be different, but for me, that's one thing I noticed. With when I simplified my life here in the Philippines, life got easier for me. Thanks for all your opinion and information. It's priceless. Me old mucker. I love that, man. I'm glad you taught me that, David. I'm glad you taught me that. David's originally from England, so he's got that British accent. I love it listening. I mean, he sends me videos. We trade videos. I'll send him a short video, and he'll send me a short video, and I can hear him talking there. I love listening to David because he's got that British accent. I doubt it. They're not available in the entire U.S. Ooh, Alejandro. Did I miss Alejandro? Man, I hope I didn't. Yeah, right there. Oh, In and Out. Okay. All right, okay. HD. I didn't miss him. He was talking about In and Out. Not yet. There's no In and Out burger yet in the in the Philippines, but I'm not losing hope. I'm not losing hope. These franchises in the US, they're all about expanding and making money. And man, you open up a In-N-Out burger in BGC, man, there gonna be people lining up for that, man. That's gonna be like a hit, That's gonna be a hit here in the Philippines. JP, spending your youth in the Philippines, 20 years in U.S. military, and then more years in the U.S. healthcare system gave you much knowledge. Yeah, thank you, JP. I think so. My experience, my road, my life, my life path, my experiences taught me a lot. Taught me like right now to like just be thankful and appreciative. It's like I'm blessed that I'm able to retire early here. I know, these days not many have a military pension that early. That's been a blessing from the get-go. I knew that. I knew the minute that I have my pension, I was like thinking, man, it's like that released a lot of pressure because I know no matter what, I at least have income every month coming in. It's like at least I wouldn't go homeless. I won't go hungry. At least if I budgeted well, I know I could live on my military pension alone. I agree, Daniel. I had my eye on Iloilo City, but he has me thinking about the other side of the islands as well, like Boracay. Hey, Edgar, we'll communicate more, Edgar. I can't blame you, man, because if city was my target, if I wanted to live in a city, if I had to live in a city because of medical care, that's a consideration. Because here in Boracay, that would be a consideration. There is not a good hospital here in Boracay. The closest hospital you will be if you live here in Boracay is an hour and a half away in Calibo, the Asia Pacific Medical Center, which is a nice facility, brand new, about over a year old, but great facility, good doctors in there. But you would need that 15-minute ferry to the mainland and then that drive. So not one built yet, but they are building another Asia Pacific Medical Center. It's groundbreaking already. The construction has begun on Boracay New Coast. So the same condos where you're seeing, they're gonna have a medical center there in that place. So that's why I'm thinking, I think I mentioned it on the following video, that Boracay New Coast, to me, that's kind of like the version of BGC in Boracay. That's what because I think parts of it is being built by Mega World, the same people that build BGC, and same people building the Mega World in Iloilo City. So I think it's the same. I mean, you'll even see it. It's like when my friend Ray and I were walking, they're building like a 9-story monstrosity of a building. It's like I'm like, how do they build this in Boracay? Where are they getting all the material? Because like they have to like boat everything to Boracay. It's like that's why I think they're building the bridge to make easier to like transport construction material here. Like on that video I made, the one you saw on the Boracay New Coast, there's another complex outside of Boracay New Coast that they were building. It's like they are building so much in Boracay Island. It's not like this place is gonna keep on booming. It's like they're building communities. It's not just the white beach, the hotels. They're building actual communities where people live in condos and where people are building houses. People are buying land and they're building a house. I mean, land is expensive here. As you could tell, like at Boracay New Coast is expensive. Oh, it's the video's not yet. The next video, you'll see it. They have plots of land, like Block 8, Lot 1, that they're selling. And there's one house that's built there. I mean, they have to build the house up because the land is so expensive. But I saw a house there, I think it was like 4 stories high. And it's a personal house. It's a house by a person that built on Boracay New Coast. Michael A, I love taps. All right, I love taps. Okay. Good morning, Ginno. Greetings. Oh, all right, Marcus, my good friend in Germany. Marcus was just here in the Philippines vacationing, so that's why he loves watching our videos because he loves like watching Boracay, places that he's gone here in the Philippines. Good morning, good morning. Greetings, my friend. Edgar. Me as well. Just need to stay in an area where keep my budget low while I pay off. Oh, okay, yeah. That's the thing, man. You can make that happen here, Daniel. You can live. Many people here live on a budget. Many people I know personally live on Social Security alone. Something that they probably can't do no longer in the United States. If you're living on Social Security alone in the United States, it's a tough life. It's a tough life. Not a lot of luxuries or not a lot of vacations or traveling if you're on Social Security alone in the United States. But here in the Philippines, you are able to do that on Social Security alone. Many people here are retired here in the Philippines on Social Security alone. Guten Abend. Guten, hey man. Man, HD, man. He's a world traveler. He's just like, knows all the languages. And James Vlog, hello, 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 James Vlog, hello, hello, hello. JP, all right, here. I was leaning towards Iloilo until I found that I live 8 miles outside a town of, all right, a former fishing resort. Aklan will be more my speed for sure. All right, JP. Yeah. I think if you move here to Aklan province, I think we can find you a place here where you will be happy. Plenty of fishing for you. Plenty of fishing. Lower costs, and then you don't have that city life going. Yeah, there is not a single city in Aklan province. Even Kalibo is not a city. It's just a bigger town. And you'll see that. You'll see why it's not a city. If you stay in Kalibo, it's like you don't have the Robinson's Mall. You don't have the SM Mega Mall. We don't have that in Aklan province. People are provincial. People are like mostly people that live here are either farmers or fishermen. A humble people, good people here. James, wow, all right. Mayor Bird, hello, hello. Mayor Bird, all right. We stayed in May 3 nights at the Paragon Suites Hotel, a night for 2 bags with nice breakfast on rooftop. Station 3. All right, all right. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen I mean, there's so many hotels here. It's hard to keep track, But I'll have to look it up now, Marcus. I'll have to look it up now. I lived there on Station 3. That's where I landed here in Boracay. I lived there by Angol Beach for like 18 months. I had an apartment there at Casa Camila. So I know all about Station 3. A quieter, right? Quieter side of White Beach. $60 a night. Hey, that's pretty good. With breakfast, man, that's pretty good. You got a good deal there, Marcus. GP, what are the little purple ovals with the file-shaped thing and numbers next to our names? Oh yeah, I don't know that. Maybe HD knows that, man, because I don't know what that is, man. I didn't put that there, man. I don't know if YouTube put that, it's just a feature that YouTube added. Okay, thanks HD. I figure YouTube did it, because I'm like, I didn't put that, man. It's like a high score points. The more interactions you do in this particular. Oh, okay. So that little crown is number 2. So JP is number 2. All right, I get it. You must be a new thing for YouTube, man. They're copying other live streaming programs. All right. Makes sense, HD. They're trying to replicate what other, I only use YouTube. I only have 2 social media accounts. I have YouTube and I have Facebook. That's all I have. Facebook I've had since before I left the US. My friend Annie introduced me to Facebook at St. Mary's Hospital. That's why I knew about Facebook, and it's been the same account. I opened a Dazzle TV Facebook, but it's attached to my my Ginno Facebook account. And then YouTube. We started this 3 years ago. That's the only social media that I do. And it's enough. It's enough. But, it's like I don't need any more social media account. This is like plenty for me. I don't have the Instagram. I don't have all the other stuff. I don't have that. GP, what's word YouTube was giving me warnings? Warnings? No. I guess because it's a crown looking thing, so it's like, they're crowning you, JP. They're like OMG. All right, Tanya. Hey, hello. Good morning, Tanya. How is the crash, collect, manage, removed on Boracay? All right, I can answer that. Same thing in Aklan province, the whole entire Aklan province. In our community at Camellia, we have to separate our garbage. We have like the food garbage. I guess that's kind of like that turns into mulch. That food. We have to separate plastic. We have to separate paper. We have to separate glass and cans. We have like in our house we got like 4 containers, and then we have to like pack all that stuff like in a big paper plastic bag, and they come pick us the garbage up on different days. It's not like in the US, I remember, you just throw everything. I mean, we had the green in the US, I remember, recyclables, and the one big one, the black one, but you leave it out on the street and it's gone. Here, they come like Monday might be plastic day, or Tuesday might be paper day. And it's the same thing here in Boracay. We got like 5 different plastic containers, like where we put our garbage here at the Airbnb. And then once they collect it here in Boracay, it's not buried here in Boracay. It's buried in the mainland Aklan. There's a landfill like in the Malay area where they get the trash. That's why they're pushing to build the bridge, because it's costing the local government here, the province of Aklan, a lot of money to transport that garbage from Boracay. If you can imagine, as many tourists, as many condominiums being built here, there's a lot of garbage in Boracay, and they don't want to bury it in Boracay, so it's going to the mainland. So what happens is they have these barges where they actually drive the big garbage trucks on the barge, and they ferry it over to the mainland. And if you know the area here, like that 15-minute ferry ride, it gets treacherous here during rainy season. The waves are strong, there's current. I'm sure it's not an easy task, like hauling all that garbage to the mainland. I know it's costing them a lot of money. That's just one part of the reason they're building the bridge, is so they can transport the trash from Boracay to the mainland at a cheaper cost. But it's removed. It's no garbage is buried here in Boracay. They make sure of that, You wouldn't want that anyway in Boracay, because land here is expensive. You don't want like land here like just for garbage. It's like land here in Boracay is astronomically high per square meter. They're losing money if they bury the garbage here in Boracay. Many places are great to visit for a few days to a couple of weeks, but never live in. LOL. Yeah, Daniel. That's why. For me, that's why I always tell people, do your recon. It's like me. I did my recon in 2010. I visited Baguio, Tagaytay, Angeles City, Subic, Boracay. I did that. Do that before you decide. And then it's not like if That's why I travel light. When I moved here in 2011, I had a suitcase and a backpack. My goal was not to buy new things, accumulate things. That way, if I have to pick up myself and go to another place, I could. Even when I landed here in Boracay, I was really only shooting for like maybe 6 months, 6 months to a year. But I just fell in love with it. I ended up, I've never left Aklan. I've been in Aklan now for 14 years. But, when you do your recon, to me, the lighter stuff you have, the easier it is for you to go from place to place. And I always tell people, uh, try not to sign any long leases. If you do sign a lease, 6 months at the most. Don't sign like a year lease here. Don't let them convince you that it's necessary to sign a lease. I have never signed a lease here, and I've lived in 2 apartments here. An apartment here in Boracay for 18 months, an apartment in Calibo for 4 years. Never signed a lease. Paid month to month. You might have to pay extra for renting month to month, but to me, it's worth it. It's worth the extra cost because you might find a perfect home, perfect apartment, place. You live there. Oh man, this is the awesome apartment. And then 3 months later, a neighbor moves in that's like plays karaoke day and night, and it drives you crazy. So you can move out. It's like if you signed that 1 year lease, yeah, man, you're gonna have to listen to that karaoke for like a year, man. So just a recommendation now. Recommendation. Everybody can do their own thing, man. It's Marcus, Iloilo City, all right, Iloilo City, thumbs up. Man, that's to me, I always recommend Iloilo City because I think it's the best city in the Philippines. If I had to live in a city, if I had to live near a medical facility, Iloilo City would be my choice. Even TRICARE, my medical insurance, Iloilo City in the whole Visayan region and Mindanao. Even Cebu City and even Davao City doesn't have a TRICARE preferred facility. The only TRICARE preferred facility in Visayas and Mindanao that I know of is Medical City Iloilo. So to me, it's approved by TRICARE. They verified it that it's a good hospital. So it's like that's where I'm going. That's why it's nice that I'm within like 4-hour drive of Medical City Iloilo. Champi, if you're not breaking YouTube terms of service, you shouldn't worry about it. They're adding the feature because YouTube gets a cut of the donation. You can send dollars directly to have more to creator. Yeah, all right, yeah. It's like you're good, JP. You're a law-abiding citizen, man. I don't see you like saying bad things on YouTube. You've always been so friendly and kind. Yep, that's it. YouTube takes 30% of the super chat. If you send 10 to Ginno, it says 10 in the chat, but Ginno receives 7. Yep, I can't blame YouTube, man. I mean, they have to maintain the database. Got to be like incredible, with all the YouTubers and all our data. I mean, they handle all the stuff. That's why to me, it's like. They've given me the platform, it's their platform. So how big is the land you purchased and location? All right, it's 100 square meters is the land that I bought for Dazzle, the Dazzle land in Caticlan. A 15-minute ferry ride from Boracay, a 5-minute walk to the beach is the land. It's 100 square meters, enough for Dazzle and I to build like a small tiny home. We'll fence it, a little yard, it's like, I just wanted that because it's close to Dazzle's mom's house and sister. Someday, the reality of it is I'm 29 years older than Dazzle. I'll be gone before Dazzle, and I wanted her to have that. And then hopefully in 3 years, once I get my Social Security, we'll build something there for her. We might not live there, but I want her to have a house and a land right next to mom, right next to her sister and her family in Caticlan. That way, I feel good about that because if I ever, when it's my time to meet my maker, at least she's got a place with family. That's what I want for Dazzle. But it's a nice land, man. I love it, man, because it's like. It's a 5-minute walk from Tabon Beach in Caticlan by the port. It's the actual port that takes people to Boracay. So, and it's gonna be close to the bridge when they build the bridge. So man, I can actually walk to Boracay, and then it's elevated. It's up on a hill, so it's safe if ever like a tsunami or something like that. We're safe up on a hill, and it's got a good overview. It's got a good overview, like a. Jungle area, greenery. It's a good piece of land. Good piece of land. This is the only place I have ever even commented. Oh, thank you, Javi. I'm glad. I'm glad you feel comfortable about commenting. You know, that's great. That's great. That's great to see, JP. A few years back, I was doing social media for my job. I would post picture and would get wow, ooh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I guess social media has grown. Gotten bigger. So I know, right? Getting chewed in the military, man. That's just part of the game. That's why I said, nothing can happen to me on YouTube that people can like say to me or anything. I mean, 20 years in the military, brother. You survived 20 years in the military. YouTube is a piece of cake. Change, even YouTube changed, like preferring shorts over long. Oh, okay, okay. I might have to do some shorts now. I have ideas to do shorts on the videos, man. Thank you for that, HD. It's easy to make shorts, so. And Dazzle, all the shorts that's on we only have a few short videos. That's all Dazzle, it's like the thumbnails are all Dazzle. She helps me edit videos. So it's like, I couldn't do YouTube by myself, I'm glad that I have Dazzle to help me. It's a lot of work. Right now, I'm focused more on answering people, communicating with people. Like I said, we're like 50-50 on editing the videos. Video production. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, HD, I'm more simple with our videos. It's just like I'm just like pushing out videos like that I'm walking. I haven't gotten fancy enough to put like music in it. Or I don't have a drone. I see people doing drones. I don't have that. I'm low budget. Love lumpia and pancit, Jessica. All right, right? It's a good starter to eat Filipino food. If you've never had Filipino food, you come to the Philippines. Not many places here in the Philippines will mess up pancit or lumpia. Usually, if you go anywhere, you order pancit and lumpia, a restaurant here in the Philippines, they do a good job of it. It's something that they cook all the time. So it's really hard to mess up pancit or lumpia. They have the Lumpia Festival happening now. Ooh, in San Francisco. All right, man. All right, HD. I know they had, you had that Japanese things festival going now. I did not know that they have a Lumpia festival. That's cool. That's cool, man. Nelinda, happy we found your channel. Last visit Baraka for 2 weeks. January, I am Filipina married. Oh, thank you. In Toronto, Canada. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. And I'm glad you're enjoying our videos. Thank you for supporting our channel. JP, Dazzle and Leanna reacting to marinara and responding with sweet and condensed milk on top. Sounds like a fun video. Well, I don't know if it'll come natural though, JP, because to me when it happened, it was like so random. I was like, what are you're putting condensed milk on my spaghetti? I was like, what the heck? It's like, I was like, how when you cook like the tomato sauce, you're like mixing it, you're like tasting it. I'm like, I put some love in making my spaghetti sauce, and they put condensed milk in it, but hey, it got eaten. They said they couldn't eat it without the condensed milk, so I was happy it at least didn't go to waste. At least the spaghetti sauce got eaten. But I don't make it anymore, man. I don't make my spaghetti sauce anymore. Now it's like a Filipino sweet spaghetti now that I eat, because that's what Leanna and Dazzle eat. How you doing, bro? I'm doing good. I'm doing brewed. Yadab. All right. Marinara and sweet and condensed milk. Sounds a lot harder to try than balut. I know, right? Hey, they ate it though, man. They ate, and that's what, when you see people cook they try to copy Jollibee. They try to copy Jollibee. They're not the only ones that I've seen add condensed milk on the sauce. I've seen it. Dazzle actually learned it from her dad. Her dad was and her dad's a good cook. I mean, I like some of Dazzle's dad's cooking, but just not the spaghetti sauce, man. You know, it's like I've never been a fan, but I can tolerate it now. I can eat the sweet spaghetti sauce now, but I do still when I get to eat at restaurants here, I would order the tomato base, no sugar added spaghetti sauce. Leche, oh yeah, man. You're gonna leche plan is good. HD. I mean, it's made so many places here in the Philippines. It's hard to find a restaurant that doesn't have leche flan here. You know, that's a common dessert in Filipino restaurants. Do you know if once I get SRRB visa, can I live can I live other countries for 6 months or so? I'll have to check. Daniel. I'll just respond to you. You know, I got you on Messenger. I don't see why not, because the SSRB visa is based on your deposit of money in the bank in the Philippines. So, man, as long as the Philippines, but I'll have to double check. I don't want to give you the wrong information. But man, as long as that money, that the deposit, the SRRB money in the bank here in the Philippines, that's all the Philippine government's really eyeballing. It's like, that the money is staying at the bank here in the Philippines, and they're making money from it. Daniel, you have to have a visa for the country you're staying at. I'm not 100, but you need specific visas to stay in the country. Yeah, that's the thing, Daniel. For the Philippines has one of the easiest visa programs that there are. I know I have friends living in Thailand. They're staying there. Jack, he's been there for over close to 2 years now, and their visa process is complicated, man. It's not as at least here in the Philippines, it's easy. You come here, you come in a tourist visa, you can stay on the tourist visa for 3 years. How easy can that be? You have to file extensions, but extension of the tourist visa here in the Philippines is basically just paying money. There's not a lot involved with it. It's just like extending your visa, going to the immigration. They're all over. There's one here in Boracay. There's one in Calibo. I mean, the immigration office now is everywhere in the Philippines. It's not like you got to fly to Manila to renew or to Cebu. They're everywhere now. It's on the main road here, and there's nobody ever there. It's like every time I pass it, it's like, that Bureau of Immigration here is like never crowded. But like HD was saying, it would be country to country specific. But one thing I can say from experience, from seeing my friends that are staying here, it's easy to stay here on a tourist visa. All you need is money, And it averages to about, if you stay a year here, it averages to about $600 for the whole year. About $50 a month to stay on a visa here. So you're really just you're paying to stay. If you don't want to do the SSRB, because that's a long process to get approved for that retirement visa. If you just want to come here on a tourist visa, easy enough to do. Hey, Frederick, that's my good friend in Iloilo City. Frederick, 1 year, right? 1 year anniversary in Iloilo City. Frederick was one of the people I convinced to move to Iloilo City instead of Manila. When he was flying in, he was telling me he was going to Manila. I said, no, don't retire in Manila. I told Frederick, I steered him to Iloilo City, and he's the happiest man retired in Iloilo City. He walks everywhere in Iloilo City, very walkable. He can even walk from his condo all the way to Medical City Iloilo if he wants to get checked out. The wide brick sidewalks. He's walking everywhere. He walks to the Carinderia. He walks to a barber shop. Every time I visit, he'll walk to the Injap Hotel to meet us. So we meet at the SM City Iloilo. He doesn't have a vehicle. He doesn't have a motorbike. Not a problem in Iloilo City. You can walk everywhere in Iloilo City. If he wants to take the Grab, or if he wants to use the taxi, not gonna cost him more than 150 pesos to get around Iloilo na, $2-3 to ride around in Calibo, in Iloilo City. That's why he loves it. He loves. He's met some friends. He has a weekly billiard, and Frederick even told me he's not a good billiard player, but he goes there because there's other expats there that they play billiards, just to hang out, just to see what other expats are doing. And then he's got Filipino friends now that took him on a trip to like Leon, Iloilo, so he's having the time of his life in Iloilo City. God run. Hey, all right, my brother. All right, balikbayan guy. All right. Talk to you again. All right, all right. I'm gonna end soon anyway. I'm reaching almost like 100 minutes here. I usually try to like 2 hours. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Good night, good night. God bless, my friend. Take care, balikbayan guy. All right. How do you control bugs in your home? I don't have any bugs in our home. The first thing I did, Daniel, when I moved to our house at Camellia, the first thing I have a screen, like a window screen, and my window screen is nice, man. It's on rollers, so I can actually open the screen. My window at our house is like glass that slides, but I also have the screen that slides, so I can open like half of the window open with the screen on it. We don't have any bugs, once in a while, a mosquito might sneak in, because when you open the door, or something, or like a moth or something, but we got spray, we just spray it, but we don't have bugs inside our house because the screen keeps them out. And then I think because we live in a gated community, like around our yard, we have a little yard. I always like just keep like standing water. I watch out for that we don't have any standing water where mosquitoes would live. So no problem with bugs at all. Our house is so tiny. Our house is like 400 square feet. It's like we'll notice something. Something. It's so easy to clean. Everything's like we don't have much in our house, and that's the thing. We don't have a lot of clutter, so that helps. With like critters. It helps with critters. Hey, Tootie! All right, Shane, you made it. All right, Shane. Hey, Ginno, and good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a great. I hope everyone is having a great weekend too. Yeah, today's Sunday. Yeah. So I hope everyone is having a great weekend also. Thank you, Shane. Good to see you. All right, Mustang. All right, Mustang. Hey, Gina. Emily just noted that you're sporting a snazzy haircut. She thinks you. Oh, Pogi. Oh, thank you. I'm Pogi. All right, thank you. Man, I found a barber in Diniwid area here. He has like a little shop. I mean, he only has one chair. He's the only barber, and his shop was like facing the road. I filmed him. You'll see him his name is Albert. So if I'm here in Boracay, he'll be my that guy to cut my hair, because I like to cut my hair short. In the military, we call this haircut the high and tight. It's like it's a high fade, and keeping it tight. I always keep my hair short because I never own a comb. I don't own a brush. I get out of the shower and I just kind of do this, and I'm good. I don't even use gel, man. I guess military is all about, for us, is all about efficiency. We don't want to be like spending time grooming. I mean, we just like cut our hair really short, that way, in and out. Get ready. I guess my training in the military, I still maintain it. But I like to keep it tight. It's called the high and tight in the military. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. So kind. Thank you for calling me Pogi. HD. No, I need visa. Let's say Vietnam, but because issues with my SSRB. You won't have problem. I mean, people always go, from the Philippines, even the people here on any visa here, like balikbayan visa or even tourist visa here in the Philippines. People go all the time to Vietnam, but I do know before you leave here, make sure you got the visa to Vietnam all lined up, because I remember that could be an issue. It's not, see, that's the thing. That's why I say the visa program, the tourist visa anyway, is so easy in the Philippines. You don't have to do anything you just got your American passport, land in Manila, and that's where you'll get your visa. Some of these countries like Vietnam, you got to check before you go there. You just can't land at their airport and show your passport. They're going like, where's your documents to come into the country? So yeah, you better check before, but you won't run into any problems, Daniel. Like if you're staying in the Philippines, an SRRB visa in the Philippines doesn't mean you gotta stay in the Philippines the whole time. I mean, I see people in and out of the Philippines all the time on the SRRB visa. Like I said, most of the visa here in the Philippines, it's all about the money. As long as you're on top of your visa, it's not expired, you're paying the dues, you're good to go, man. Now, if you let your visa lapse and you're delinquent on payments, yeah, you're gonna have a problem here, man. When I get there, I want to video Dazzle and Anna catching fish. All right, yeah, that'll be easy, JP. They love fishing. Loola Fish Farm's been closed, so I don't know. Hopefully they'll open it back up, But there are other places that we've been checking out, that might be possible fishing places for that. And then we know Sparrow, John Sparrow, our friend in Calibo. He's just busy. Sparrow's just busy because he works for the mayor of Calibo. He monitors the fishing area in Calibo, and he's a commercial fisherman too. He owns his own boat, so he's just busy. But I know I can introduce you to Sparrow, and I know he'd be happy to help us go find fishing places in Calibo. Dazzle and I are just so busy too. It's like the channel's really keeping us busy. It's like as a matter of fact, right after we're done here in Boracay, June 30 is our last day here. So starting July, another friend of mine coming from Las Vegas, he wants to take Dazzle and I to Iloilo City for 4 nights. He said he'll pay for our hotel and everything. So we'll have to do that in July, So there's always people inviting us, and I don't want to disappoint people, because when I know a lot of them have been watching us for a long time, and then such a generous offer to offer us to put us up in a hotel. So it's hard for I'll do all I can to accommodate our subscribers. Because I know, it's especially you're watching the person for so many years, and then, to actually meet them, hang out with them, I know it means a lot. I know it means a lot to people, and I don't want to disappoint people. That's why. Morning from Leyte. All right, Leyte. I've never been to Leyte yet, but I would love to go to Leyte, man. Eastern Visayas. If you add real honey to your sauce, it will cut the acid down. Oh, all right, good call, good advice. I'm not cooking my sauce anymore. That's the thing, Daniel, because Leanna and Dazzle don't like my sauce, man. They said it's tomatoey, it's sour, it doesn't taste right. They like their stuff sweet, man. You're up early. Yes, I'm up early. I always start the live stream between 5 a.m. and 5:30 because of the internet. Right now, it's 7 now. Chances are I might lose the internet because people are waking up, and more people. I'm staying at an Airbnb here in Diniwid in Boracay Island. So the more people that log in, I'm sure they're starting to wake up now. I might lose the live stream. So if it does cut out, it's you'll know why it cut out. Just got home from the egg stand in a little long day. All right, the egg stand. All right, Shane, my friend, he hatches eggs. Little chicks comes out of eggs that like my friend Shane. 2D. Hope you had a good profits. Do you own some Easter eggers? Yep, yeah, she does. She does. HD. He owns some Easter eggers. And at first, when he mentioned to me Easter eggers, I thought it was like actual Easter egg. I didn't realize that Easter eggers are like he was hatching them. You know, yeah. Shane educated me on what Easter eggers mean. Like Daniel, like. All right, thank you, Daniel. Still hate having my hair touching my ears. Same with me, man. I don't like when I feel hair in the back of my head. It feels warm. You know, I like my, you know, like I said, I like my high and tight. I like feels like I got air conditioning on my head. You know, once I start growing hair on my head, it feels warm, right? Right, Daniel. That's why I like to keep my high and tight haircut. I do have Easter eggers, 9 or 12 hatched. They are a week old now to see if Rue or Pullets are. See, I mean, you guys are educating him. Now I gotta look up. Now, Shane, I gotta look up what a Rue or Pullets mean. That's true. I'm start following your life. You be safe. I call all military medical doc. Oh, doc. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I was medical. You know, it's like 20 years. I worked in hospitals in the military. All right, doc. All right, doc. To me, enjoy. God bless. God bless, my brother. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. Rue. Oh, okay, Roo. It's shortcut for roosters. All right, thanks, HD. Pullets, young hens. All right. That's a new term for me, man. That's a new term. I've never. Roo makes sense, you know, shortcut for rooster, but pullets, you know, it's like that's a new term for me. I want to go to Leyte. All right, JP. All right, let me just make sure. I had some topics that I was gonna discuss. I'll make sure. I just want to make sure I talked about this. But you know, we get busy with like the interaction, which I love. You know, I love. We talked about Boracay Nucos, and then talked about, and then my friend Jerry. Oh, my friend Jerry. He actually reached out to like online. He reached out to real estate agents in Cebu City. One warning that I have for people. Real estate agents here in the Philippines, it's not the same in the United States where you have, when they call themselves real estate agents here in the Philippines, a lot of them are not licensed. There's no licensing agency here that I know of that licensed them. A lot of them are just working for commission. Anybody can sell a house here on commission and they'll call themselves a real estate agent. So be careful with that here in the Philippines. It's not the same in the US. You know, you have to have a license from the state. It's regulated. There's like regulations that pertaining to, just be careful. That's one, you know, it's like a lot of shady real estate agents here, unfortunately, in the Philippines. So be careful with scams. That's why with Jerry, at least if he decides on Boracay or Iloilo City instead of Cebu City, because Cebu City, I don't know any contacts there. At least if he decides Iloilo City or Boracay, I have contacts. I have people that I trust, you know, that can help him, you know, or even myself. If I'm in Iloilo, I'll help him. If I'm here in Boracay, I will help him. And that he can trust me. And I'm not doing it for money. That's the thing you gotta watch about the Philippines. When money is involved and you're handing somebody money, you know, it could get tricky. It get tricky. A lot of scam, you know, a lot of scams. You know, you might not end up seeing your money. Don't ever send any money here from the United States to someone because they'll just disappear on you. You know, that stuff happens. You know, I know Americans sometimes are trusting. You know, be careful with that. Don't send any money to anyone here, that person that you don't really know. You know, it's like that would be one of my advice. I feel a ducktail back of my head. It's time you get a ducktail, man. It's time to get a cut. Clipper time. Edgar, when I start getting my mad scientist look, time for haircut. All right, when you start mad scientist. There is an adult joke about farmer, rooster, hen, and donkey. That's how I first. Oh, okay. I found out about a pullet. Now I know it's a young hen. A pullet is a young hen. See, you educated me today. You educated me today, HD. I'm happy about that. I'm always learning, man. And I'm always willing to learn. That's the thing, man. I don't know it all. It's like, and I don't ever claim that I know it all. It's like, I just share my experience, the things that I have seen here. I just try to help people, steer him the right direction, steer him from like getting scammed here, things wrong, happening wrong to them, it's like, because that's not a good feeling, it's like, to me, it's like, it's horrible that they have people that's scamming people when they come to the Philippines, especially foreigners, because that's the impression the foreigners get about the Philippines. To me, but it's horrible that people do that. I'll be there in 3 years for good. All right, 3 years. That's not too long. 3 years, that will be here before you know it. I know my research about retiring in the Philippines happened way before I even did the recon. I've always had my eye. I'm always like checking out things about the Philippines, trying to figure out what would work for me in the Philippines. So 3 years, man, it's like you're doing the right thing, watching videos, learning about the Philippines. If you plan on living here, Ginno is preaching the truth. It happened to me a few times. Oh, that's unfortunate, Daniel. That's the thing, man. It's like I hate that when I hear people getting scammed here, because unfortunately, there's just dishonest people in this world. That's why it's good when you meet somebody that's honest, that can guide you. It's like that's always been my goal. It's like I try to get people in the right direction. I steer them away from danger or away from getting scammed, because that's just a horrible feeling. It's like and people here, unfortunately, in the Philippines, a lot of people have hard lives here. They doing what they can, but to me, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse to like scam people. It's like that's just not being a good person. Hope to link up with you. Thanks for all. All right, hey man, all my contact information is in the description box of all our videos. So if you want to contact me, it's like my WhatsApp is in there, my Messenger is in there, my email's in there. Just fire a message to me, man, and we'll get connected. That way, if you have any questions, if you think of any questions, you can just send me, and I answer everybody. I made an effort. It's like I don't skip anybody like an email or a messenger. Adult joke because of the different word for rooster and that with letter C. Oh, okay. All right. I see it. Thank you. Thank you for making it PG. Thank you for making it PG. I understand. C. All right. Good. So when you say take my, and then it's Oranchi. All right. All right. All right. HD. I get it. Yeah. I'm glad you made it rated P, and I know you, HD. I know you're like a good guy. It's like make it rated PG. It's not a. It was my fault, but it's yeah. That's the thing. At least you learned your lesson, Daniel. Like I said, it's like if one advice that I have for people, the minute money is involved here in the Philippines, you have to be extra careful. You have to be extra careful. I know a lot of times for Americans, for foreigners, for Westerners, they always say, well, it's only $200 or it's only $500, it's not a big deal, but still, it's not a good feeling of getting like your money taken, it's your hard-earned money. So that's why I always tell people, the minute people ask money to send money online and all that, that's, I'm not handing my money to anybody online. I got to see the person eye to eye or, contract or something. I got to see the product hands-on. Nothing's going to happen online. Online, you're like, that's a dangerous territory. Easy to get, something bad happens when it's online. So that was one of the things. Just be careful out there with like dealing with online, and then real estate agents. It's like they claim to be real estate agents, but they're not. They're not. I actually did the video of it one time, and I did research. The only official real estate agents here in the Philippines, you have to have a 4-year college degree on real estate. graduate from a university and a college here and get professionally certified. So if you can imagine, not many go through that process just to sell land or just to sell house. A lot of people, they could be a high school graduate, not a college educated, and they're selling land or a house because they know a friend that's selling it and they're acting as a third party so they can earn the commission. But it's not really regulated. They don't have to follow any rules like in the US, you know. There's not an agency that can find them, that can get their license if they're doing like bad things, if they're doing illegal activity. Ginno, you know why your likes are only showing 8 likes? See the number roll over, but it's stuck on 8. Mine says 29, man. My sign says 29 likes. So maybe, you know, YouTube, man, just refresh refresh the video. All right, that's the, thanks HD. It shows 28. Yeah, it shows 28 on mine too. So I covered that. I covered the trike here. Looks like I'm looking. It's cloudy now, but it's not raining. The whole time during the thing, it wasn't raining. And I discussed the power outages. You know, they've had like I think 4 power. You know, that in the 9 days that we've been here, we've had 4 power outages just here. So looks like it's common. You know, looks like it's common, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it's like the thing is, you can't have it all in the Philippines, man. You know, it's like when you're in an isolated island here, you know, they don't have the infrastructure here, you know, not like they have on the mainland. Do they have regular food like USA there? Oh yeah. Filipino, Filipino food's not the only food here. All the, you got McDonald's here. You got, now Kenny Rogers Roasters is KFC. They have it here in Boracay. So they got regular American. You can go to cafes here and order an American breakfast. French toast, pancakes, they got that here. Edgar, I'm glad I bought a very small farm. Best lesson I ever learned. Always good to learn things. Yes, right? I'm still learning, man. It's like I'm not afraid to learn new things and learn new ways to do things. If I think if there's a better system than what I'm doing that. If I'm learning, if you teach me a better way to do things, for me, it's like I'm always learning, always eager to learn new things. Hey Ginno, it's Kim. All right, Romblon, my buddy Kim, and hope you're doing well. Hope I know your daughter is gonna be starting nursing school in Calibo soon, and good luck. I know she's excited to do that. Get her nursing degree in Calibo, man. Oh yeah, Kim, we're here till the 30th. The whole month of June, basically, we're here in Boracay Island. So we rented this Airbnb. This Airbnb is like 20,000 pesos, fully furnished, free Wi-Fi. It's like really great. There's a cafe next door. There's a laundromat next door. 5-minute walks to Diniwid Beach. I mean, this place is awesome, man. I told Dazzle we might have to do this every 6 months or so, just so we have our time. Even though we're meeting subscribers, even though we're hanging out with friends here, Dazzle and I have our alone time together. We're enjoying our vacation. Thanks, HD. All right, nice. All right, I'm going to try to go ahead and finish this. I'm over my 2-hour mark, but I'm going to try to finish all the comments. Skating, good morning. Can you give advice on finding land? No, be careful. Be careful with FB Marketplace. There's a lot of suspicious activity on Facebook. The best way to find land for me, and this is always my advice to people, come here to the Philippines first. Live where the area you plan on buying. I don't recommend anybody to buy anything that hasn't been here in the Philippines at least a year, or at least a year in the area where they're gonna buy land. So many things can go wrong, and land here is tricky anyway, because here they have stuff like mother title. They got like tax declaration only, no title. I mean, it's so confusing. Buying land here is not the easiest process. It's like the most complicated process that I've seen in my entire life. So I would not consider buying anything here until you've lived here, until you meet like a Filipina that understands the process. It's like, do not buy any land here. By like online. I already know people that get scammed that way. Please do not do that. Do not do that. Don't buy land here without consulting an attorney, a reputable attorney here in the Philippines. Too many things can go wrong with buying land here. If anything, buy a condominium. That's a lot safer than buying land. Land here, man, it's the most complicated thing that you'll ever experience is buying land in the Philippines. You have a lot of knowledge if you're starting a farm. You can ask your audience for advice. You have to check their advice through. Oh yeah. I mean, you tell no, yeah. For advice, yep. Yeah, it's like, I'm sure like James and Karen Adventures, James feels comfortable about buying land, building a house because he's got a Filipina spouse now, got family watching out for his interests. But if you're a foreigner coming here and you're right away, I had a friend from Atlanta that was like that. He was going to come here. He actually contacted a real estate agent in Iloilo. And, I tried to discourage him. I've tried to don't invest. Don't invest while you're not living here. That's dangerous. That's dangerous stuff here. That's how people get scammed here on land scam or house scam or something, please don't do that. Live here first, at least a year, learn the ropes in the Philippines, learn the process before even buying land here. I mean, even like the famous YouTubers here in the Philippines that bought land because they have Filipinas wives now, they're finding out that it's a headache. Owning land in the Philippines is a headache, man. I'll bring Akina to Calibre around July. Oh, July 10th. All right. I'll keep that in mind, Kim. We might be in Iloilo July 10th. Oh man, I wish we were in Iloilo. We can meet up, but I think we're gonna be in Iloilo City on July 10th because a subscriber of ours wanted to take us to Iloilo City. How that in USA much? About $400. $360, yeah, $360. $360 a month for this fully furnished studio apartment Airbnb. Buy me coffee, the best way to send you funds. Yes, buy me coffee is always, they don't take 30%, I think they maybe 5%, maybe, I get the better amount if you send it to buy me. That's why I put it on the description of their videos. It's not a big chunk that they take out, not like YouTube. Yes, he's right. I know a lot of people that have problems with property lines and stuff. Properties, buying land in the Philippines is the most complicated procedure that you're gonna find in the entire earth. It's like Dazzle had to go through that, and she was buying land from a family member, and still it's like the most complex. I mean, I thought that we ended up. I mean, she had to run around trying to do it herself. We finally have to pay somebody money to help her to the process. And it wasn't cheap, We ended up spending like 15,000 pesos, $275, just to get it all correct, and still had to do, it's like a never-ending process with like land title in the Philippines. Or PayPal, yeah. I don't do the PayPal anymore, HD, because PayPal at one time, once you reach $800 on the PayPal, it triggers something with the IRS, and then I don't want to get involved with the IRS in the US, man. At least Buy Me Coffee, YouTube, they send me my tax, the income, like at the end of the year, I included in my taxes. It's like PayPal got complicated because I guess PayPal, they looked at it as a business, and I'm like, man, I don't have a business. It's like you meet them, they met. He's the one that recently got married. Yeah. I met James and Karen Adventures. We attended their wedding. We attended their wedding. Great. The great channel if you're interested in farm life, if in raising chickens, raising geese, raising turkey. Great. He's living like up in the hill kind of mountain area in Balete, provincial, very provincial if you're interested in. And they're great people. You should check out their channel, James and Karen's Adventures. I know. Oh, all right. You know James already. Yeah, okay, all right. It's all good. Don't use. Yeah, exactly. Don't use PayPal. I removed my account from PayPal, man, because they're horrible. They start sending me like all these email. I was like, oh, what's up? They're complicated. So now I'm sticking with like revenue that YouTube gives us. That we earn from YouTube, and then Buy Me Coffee. It seems to work. Buy Me Coffee is easier. Buy Me Coffee is easier. That's good. Good price. All right. Roll call. President Peanut Butter Travels. Hey, you made it in. Hey, unfortunately, I'm going to end the live stream. It's over 2 hours now. So I'm going to end the, it's like, thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining this morning live stream. Hopefully, it was fun for you to join the live stream. They are PayPal not good. All right. Take care, everyone. Everyone have a great weekend. HD, my brother, thank you so much again, HD. I can't thank you enough. I owe you several dinners at least once we meet in person. Take care, everyone. God bless everyone. Hope everyone has a good weekend.